Assalamualaikum, good evening, and thank you all for coming. I will now call to order this meeting. Our agenda for today's meeting is as follows. I will start with my short address, followed by discussions of the issues, which are workers' shortage and food supply. We will also discuss the solutions or recommendations by everyone attending this meeting and any other matters before we close the meeting. As all of you are aware, we are now facing the impact of COVID-19 on our business. Specifically, our operations are badly affected due to workers' shortage. Based on the information that I have gathered, quite a number of production staff are not able to come to work due to the movement control order imposed by the government. Another major concern is the food supplies. Our suppliers are not able to supply the raw materials that we require to produce our products. Even if they are able to deliver, the quantity would not be sufficient enough to meet our requirements. Now, Luffy, I would like you to share with us the details with regards to the workers' shortage issue. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Akif. Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon to our Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Akif, and all attendees for today. From our observation on the issues that have happened recently to our workers' shortage matter, I think the main problem is there is no flexibility in terms of the schedules to our employees. They must be burdened by the working hours that overlap with their free time, which can exhaust the worker because they need to work more, especially on the weekend or public holiday. Based on my professions of being the human resource manager, I think we can fix on the employee schedule. For example, I will give the staff preferences whether they want to work on the shifts per week, time of the day, or depending on their preferences time because maybe they could have any other work on their life routine outside. If the employer says they work the best in the evenings, scheduling them for 8 a.m. early in the morning shifts a week won't be great for staff mental and productivity. So we have to make it easier for them to maintain our highly skilled workers by taking their shift preferences into consideration as much as possible. In conclusion, we should have a protocol for accepting and processing the employee time off requests, as well for emergency or non-emergency scheduling conflicts. Knowing we were sensitive to their work-life balance will go a long way towards employees putting down roots of our restaurant business. Job flexibility is a key value for a lot of workers in our current environment, especially in these COVID-19 situations. So we have to be more proactive about getting the input of our staff schedule. Thank you so much, everyone, and that's all for my point of view and resolutions.
Very agreeable, Luffy. Thank you for the suggestions. I think I think having a stable time of protocol would help us out in this matter a lot. Now, let's move on to the issue of the supply food. And I would like to have Irshad to elaborate further. Go ahead.
Thank you. Assalam and good evening to the CEO, Mr. Akif, and to all participating members in this meeting. Today, I want to explain about the food supply problem and the possible solutions to it. As we all already know, our company's food supply is decreasing due to COVID-19 pandemic. This happened because there are too many restrictions such as the Movement Control Order MCO that has been implemented in our country. Our supplier did not have sufficient supplies to fulfill our company's requirement, which brought us to the situation that we are currently facing now. In my opinion, we need to establish our own food supply, such as having our own farm so that we can grow our own crops and raise our own animals for the meat that needs to be used by our food company. By this way, we do not have to fully rely on the supplier to meet the required quota of supplies. Apart from that, I feel that we need to have more than one supplier, either local or international, so that we do not have to be bound to only one supplier. By doing this, we do not have to be worried about insufficient supply for our company. In addition, I strongly feel that we should have other replacements for our specific food supplies so that whenever we are short of those supplies, we can use the replacement as our substitute. Finally, we can also try to purchase supplies in a huge quantity so that we can store up for a long period of time before the next resupply schedule comes. Thank you for listening to my humble opinions. I hope that these solutions provided by me can help our company to solve the problem that we are facing. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Irshad, for the explanation. Now, I would like to hear an opinion from Mr. Fahmi. What do you think about our situation here?
Assalamualaikum. Thank you and good evening to the CEO and all the members involved in the meeting. So today I want to discuss about solution towards our problem, which is shortage of workers. So one of my solution is for us to open up to different kind of people. We tend to hire people who match our existing team. It's our human nature to look for candidates that you can see yourself in. But when we create a more diverse, equitable work environment, it not only widens the pool of people from which we can hire, it also adds a wealth of new perspective that can strengthen your business. Wider pool, more candidates, and better hires. For instance, consider what message an all-male staff might send to potential female applicants, or how a highly skilled worker living with a disability might feel about applying to a restaurant that isn't accessible. Adding a little bit more diversity to your hiring practices will open up the pool of people you can pull from and improve your business overall. For me, I think it is a win-win situation. So my second solution is by recruiting, by having more referrals. By having more referrals, we can have a better employees. So there are a lot of ways where we can find qualified candidates, but none are more effective than a referral programs. So referrals help businesses tap into employee networks and connect with candidates who would otherwise not have been on their radar. That includes those who aren't actively looking for a new job but are open to the right opportunity. Referrals also tend to be faster to hire and stay with companies longer. So for me, one of the way to boost referral programs is to make it easy for employees to understand the rules by offering meaningful rewards and streamline the referral process. An operating system for frontline majority business that centralizes communication with frontline teams, that is what makes our company possible. So I believe those two solutions will have us recruit more workers in the upcoming time. Thank you for listening to my humble opinions. That is all from me.
Thank you too, Mr. Fahmi. Now, Mr. Zul Haikal, you are our facilities manager. What do you have to say about our little problem here?
So, thank you for CEO Akif Norman and our crew members for join our meeting for our issues. So, first of all, I would like to give a hello and assalamualaikum everyone, and thank you for inviting me to the meeting. As you're aware, the issue we are facing is the shortage of worker. As the manager, facility and maintenance, I would like to share my recommendation on this issue. So the problem that I observed that we face, I noticed that our restaurant have a problem with employees being required to perform multiple tasks at works at one time. As a result, our employees were exhausted. So I would like to give my solution. In my solution is that we develop and invest in technology that can automate some of the more time consuming administrative tasks your staff is currently responsible for. Things like inventory and reservation can be automated without a considerable investment, but will save your skilled staff a ton of time. Example, we invest our money in a system that allow customer to place online order by scanning QR code that printed on the table. None of our staff member will have to approach the table to make reservation for our new customer. And that another my point is to strengthen our company. I would like to add a few things. I believe it will be nice if we could accept a fresh intern as a maintenance student in light of the issue we are experiencing. Due to the lower salary demand and we are able to hire them. In that case, our business will make even greater financial saving while bringing on more full-time employees, particularly for the maintenance team. So I think that's all from me and thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zulhaikal. Now, it's only fair for me to add my own solution on the problems. So I would like to add one to the workers shortage. Now, COVID-19 is the reason why we are having this complication. We need to make sure all of our employees are vaccinated. We also need to create a good environment for them and a good environment for our workspace. Now, moving on to the food supply, try to find a new supplier and that can give us the resources that we need immediately that will help us on this matter. Is there anyone else who would like to add? No?
No, I think
No, I don't
Oh,
think
Mr.
I
Akif.
have anything to add.
I
Okay,
don't have anything to add. Okay.
okay, that's good. Then let's move on to what I think about your suggestions. Now, from the suggestions that all of you gave me, Mr. Lutfi, I agree with your suggestion. Um, I agree with your suggestion of giving a better protocol for the time off for the employees. Mr. Irshad, I appreciate your suggestions. However, growing our own food supply and raising farm animals will take too much time, and we need an immediate solution. Mr. Fahmi, I agree with your suggestions of referrals. Let us proceed with that. And lastly, Mr. Zulhaikal, investing in technologies such as QR codes will be effective for our business. Now, I would like to remind everyone to have the full report on your solutions for the next meeting. Thank you all for the useful suggestions. You have provided me very useful information on our problems of the food supply and the workers shortage issue. I hope that we can resolve these issues as soon as possible. So, attendees, I think we have reached at the end of our meeting. Thank you so much for your cooperation and time. Now, our next meeting will be on the 27th of July. The secretary will, my secretary will email the next meeting notice before our meeting. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care, and meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Mr. Akif, and thank you to
Thank
all
you, Mr. Akif and
participants.
everyone. Take
Thank you,
care.
Mr. Akif, and everyone.
thank you
Happy
everyone
working.
for having me and we will see next soon. So
We'll see you
thank
next.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.